Welcome back to another episode of Pat Day's Performance. Today is the final episode. We are going to wrap up this video series. Excuse me. Told you I'd come back. We are going to wrap up the video series on our $100 Ariens Snow Tek. I hope you guys enjoyed this video series as much as I did. I really love these machines. So, always a pleasure to work on. Do not be scared at all. Please do not. I think if you guys watch my video series, you probably use just a handful of tools. Very unison. A lot of the bolts are the same. You know? So, we're going to tune this thing up. I'm going to show you guys how to winterize this thing. Now, this tune-up is not going to be complete if you're watching this from the first time. Because if you remembered, as we made repairs, the friction disc, prevent maintenance such as changing belts, we already covered aspects of tuning up the machine. We covered in our friction disc repair, pulling the wheels off and greasing the shafts. Okay. We also covered greasing the friction disc shaft, and we also covered greasing the gears inside the machine. Now, in case you guys are new and this is your first time watching that, I will put the link to those videos in the description. Really hate to, kind of screw you guys like that, thinking it's a complete tune-up, but it's just, there's no need for me to go over things I've already gone over. And the same thing, when we just modified the impeller, right? These two 10mm bolts came off, and the gears here were greased. And that's it. So now, we're going to cover something very, very important. A lot of people overshoot, don't do. And this machine I actually hate doing it on because it's such a poor design. It's an oil change. Sucks on this machine. Do you guys see the dipstick? Actually, let me get you guys closer. This is your dipstick right here. This sucks. It's probably one of the worst positions ever. It's not long enough, right? What happens is the oil is going to come out and shoot all over the place. It sucks. So what I do is I suck it out. But probably none of you guys do not have a pump to suck it out like I do. So we're going to try something different. Now, as we all know, snowblowers take 5W30 weight oil. Some machines take 10W30, but this machine in particular takes 5W. So I'm going to get my funnel and get my oil pan and we'll go from there. Alright, so if you guys can see my contraption, drain bucket, long funnel into the dipstick. Okay, we're going to have to remove, our drain plug pipe, remove our dipstick. This should be a 10mm. It comes right out. So we broke that loose. And now here comes the tricky part. Let's not make a mess. We're going to just undo the drain plug and unfortunately just let the oil come out. Like I said, I normally use my pump, but I'm doing this because not everybody has a pump. So I'm trying to relate to you guys. Funnel. And here comes the oil. No spilling. See that? Just coming right out. Got the machine nice and hot as we were painting. So it shouldn't be too long nor too bad. So you guys could use any oil that you like. My preferred brand, I am not sponsored, is Royal Purple. Now I think it is $9.99 a quart. This thing takes 20 ounces. So I buy Royal Purple in bulk to keep my costs down. And I don't even remember what I paid for it. But listen, a penny saved is a penny earned. So we'll let that just drain out. Now what I like to do, but really can't do without making a mess, I like to tip the machine on its side to make sure we get all the oil out. Now if we do that here, we start making a mess. And I really don't want to make a mess. So whatever old oil is in there will be fine. Now, I know that's a horrible thing to say, but how many people do you know refuse or do not change the oil on any small engine? I know a lot. Probably you who's watching probably never changed their oil before they came across this video. Unless you're mechanically inclined or informed, you know you have to change the oil. So, a little bit of old oil isn't going to kill the machine. So we are done here. Alright, got it all out. Like I said, I wish we could tip this machine, but that's messy. I don't want to make a mess. Alright, so make this nice and tight. That's it. Just snug. Mine on my ratchet is 35 foot-pounds. That is more than enough. So, new funnel. We are going to put 20 ounces of Royal Purple 5W30. The best stuff on earth. And how do I know I have 20 ounces? Just a simple Home Depot paint can. 20 ounces. We will fill that up. And we will call it a day. That's it. 20 ounces. A fresh royal goodness. Right down the hatch she goes. Oops, got caught on the belts. Let's take this out. Dipstick in. Oh, I gotta turn my compressor on too. Excuse me. So now we have to check our oil. We have to start the machine, let it run for 5 seconds. Just enough to get the oil through, and check our dipstick. Nothing crazy. Pull our dipstick out. Clean it. Put it back in now. This dipstick doesn't tell you how much oil to put in. But that's okay. Now this is what we check. We put 20 ounces in, and we still need to add just a little bit. We're going to put another 2 ounces in there. Now I'm not surprised sometimes, because when you add oil, a lot of oil still remains in the cup. And you're really supposed to just let it sit and hang for a little bit. But we don't do that. Because I really don't have time for that. But that's really not going to make a difference. So let's just put another 2 ounces in here. And we'll call it a day. And that's why we check. Factory calls for 20 ounces. Probably going to be a little bit overfilled now. It's not the end of the world. Probably going to be roughly putting in another 2 ounces. Now we don't need to run the machine to verify because it's already full. Now we're just topping off. See? Perfecto. At roughly 22 ounces on this machine. But it calls for 20, so start at 20. And check. Let me fire my compressor. And I'll bring you guys back down to the oil. Alright guys, so now we're going to check the air pressure in the tires. On the side of the tire, it's going to tell you your max air pressure. Now, on this machine, it should be either 20 or 24. And this one's 24. Now, because I'm going to put tire chains on here, I am going to put it at 24 pounds. Now let's just say if you weren't running tire chains, I'd run it at 24 anyway. I do not believe in running tires underinflated. I've never had an issue running tires inflated at the max PSI. Now because the tire tread is low on this, I have to put chains on here. Because this machine ain't going nowhere. I'm not going to put a video on it because you cheat a little bit. So eBay does coupons, 10%, 15%, 20%, off your purchase, or they do eBay bucks, which is like cash money in the bank. So I'm going to wait for tire chains for that coupon to come before I buy them. And by that time, the machine will be in long-term storage. So that's that. So anyway, what we're doing now is I got my Lincoln pneumatic grease gun. And we're going to put grease into these fillings. See that? See how it's coming through there? That's all we need. You just want to see just a little. Now there's another one on the other side we can't see. I'm going to have to spin this in the pellet to expose it, which is not a big deal. You see that as I'm spinning it? Now I got a good visual. Put it in. Pump grease. And that's it. Don't go crazy. Okay? Let me wipe my hands real quick. I got grease on them. Okay, so now we need to go around with our lubricant and hit all the moving parts. See this here? Moving part. It's where it pivots. Little lube. Okay. See this here? This is where it pivots. A little bit there, a little bit there. That part right there where it pivots. Remember, this has already been greased. You want to go to here. This gear and spring. To the lever. A little lubrication. Same thing here. A little lubrication. Doesn't hurt. Okay. This cable right here. This cable there. If you want to get crazy, let's go underneath. Right? Hit it again if you don't remember. Dripping wet. That's how I like to lube. And same thing here. All this stuff here, lube it. That wheel, lube it. This cable, lube it. Over there, lube it. Little shot. And that's it for lubrication. We are done. Now the machine runs great. So I'm not even going to pull the spark plug. And you shouldn't either. So now what we're going to do to guarantee that this machine runs, I'm going to run this machine completely out of gas. I am not going to bore you and bother you with that. But I'm going to give you two tips. Right? Once this machine is out of gas, does not run, do yourself a favor. Do you see this 10mm bolt hole? Take this bowl out, take that nut, that's 10mm, and drop the bowl. If it comes out, fantastic. Let all the gas get out of that bowl. That means there's nothing left in the system. Nothing. Put it back in and call it a day. Next, pull your spark plug out. If you want to check gap, check gap. If you want to replace it, replace it. But you have to re-gap the new spark plug too. Take a cap full of oil or a shot of WD-40, any lubricant, spray it inside that spark plug hole, put the spark plug back in, hook it back up. Do not start the machine until winter. Do not. That oil is going to sit on top, stop rust, because you know moisture, so no one's going to run the machine. And it's going to potentially stop the rings on the piston from sealing to the engine. Now, when it comes back for your first startup, you could do two things. Like me, if you have OCD issues, I pull a spark plug out, put more oil in there, because remember, over time, oil falls down into the cylinder. Put it back in, and I'm going to do a couple of pulls with the spark plug disconnected, because I already have it out. Well, spark plug back in, keep the boot off, and I give this machine a couple of dry pulls to get that oil lubricating the piston, the sleeve, and the cylinder. So I'm not dry firing it. And I'm going to fire it up. You're going to see some smoke. Once the oil burns off, you're good to go. Alright? So, next, did we do the skid shoes on this? I think we did. Because they look like a pretty good gap. I'm almost positive we did do the skid shoes on this. Don't ask me why. But anyway, let's do the skid shoes. Now, I use a trusty dusty paint stick. I'm See, sticking underneath there. Loosen the skid shoes. There should be 9/16 too. Do I still have that? Yep. 9/16. Loosen. Just a little bit, because remember they're shouldered. Let the machine drop. Rest on the skid, rest on this plate, and tighten it back up. And you do the same thing. Alright? That is it, guys. That's a wrap for this video series. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. All good things come to an end, but I promise you we will have more videos of flipping and fixing and how-toing. If you guys found this video series helpful, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Pat T's Performance.